Good afternoon. This is a short presentation on how to add and subtract positive and negative numbers. This morning we had a little bit of trouble with this, so I want to go over it. Adding and subtracting positive numbers. All right, don't tell me I spelled positive wrong. Apparently I did. All right. Now, when we're adding and subtracting positive numbers, it really, at first, is kind of confusing. So what we're going to do is look at a number line. And when you add or subtract a positive number, you start with the first number on the number line. If the first number is -5, you would start here. First number is 10, you would start here. We start with the first number. If we are adding, we go in this direction. If we're adding a positive number, we go in that direction. If we are subtract, we go in this direction, to the left, if we're subtracting a positive number. If we are adding a negative number, we go in that direction also. If we are adding a negative number. So, if we're adding a negative number, we go in this direction. If we're adding a positive number, we go to the right. If we are subtracting a positive number, we go to the left. And as I'll show you in a minute, we will not be subtracting negative numbers. Now, so let's look at a few examples. And as I do these examples, I'm going to erase what I do so we can always see the number line. So let's start with -5 plus a -2. -5 is right here. Darn it. -5 is right there. All right. -5 is there. If we add a -2, we're going to go 1, 2 to the left, where -7 equals -7. The rule here states that when we are I don't like this. The rule states that when we add a negative, we go to the left. So I started here at -5. I went to the left 2. I'm at -7. Now, we'll do this in a different color. Maybe I won't have to erase. Now, if we have a -5 plus a +2, we start at -5 here. I keep pushing too hard. We start at -5, add +2, we add a positive, we go to the right. So 1, 2, I'm at -3. If we're at a +6 and we add -3, and I'd like to add something right here. In our homework, all the negative numbers have parentheses around them. My handwriting's really sloppy today. It's just to separate the negative sign from anything else. All right? So 6 plus -3, we start at 6, and then we go -3, 1, 2, 3, -3 to the left, and we're at 3 equals 3. Simple as that. All right? If I'm at -7, let's go to -12. -12, and I subtract 5, I start at -12, subtract 5, means I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left, and I see here I'm at -17, -17. All right? If you think about your number line, if you add a positive number, you go to the right. If you subtract a number, you go to the left. And if you add a negative number, you go to the left. Now, -5 minus 3 is exactly the same as -5 plus a -3. And when I write it on the board, I usually use this notation, but again, the homework is given in this notation. All right? So -3 is the same as plus the opposite of 3. Also, and we talked about this individually, but if I have -5 minus -3, then minus a negative, minus here a -3 is the same as plus a positive. And I always, when I write out the problem, I use a different color and go back, and all my minus negatives I make plus a positive. Now, -5 plus 3, getting crowded here, but -5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 puts me at -2. Okay? In a nutshell, that's all you really need to know about adding or subtracting positive and negative numbers. Notice that when I subtracted right here a negative number, I just changed it to addition. So up here, I have subtract positive, I don't have subtract negative. Because am I subtracting a negative, I automatically, like I did right here, change it to plus a positive. So always go through and change that. All right? Hopefully this helps you a little bit if you were struggling. If you were struggling and you feel the need to have a number line pre-made out when you take a test, because you won't have your calculator, you may do so. And if you need to have this, this, and this written on it, you can. Nothing else. Just show me front and back what your thing looks like, and you're good to go. You may use a number line if you need to. For some people, this really, really, really helps. There's other ways to think of it, but this is one way. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.